Alright, this is the video one for the strategic design unit. Learning goals for this unit, I want you to understand all the rules and scoring for this year's VEX competition. I want you to be able to develop a competition strategy, create a cost-benefit analysis, and understand the engineering design process. Alright, so this year for the game, this is something I need you to look up. I will have some printouts of the game rules, but some things I want you to know. I want you to know how many scoring points, uh, the dimensions of your field, the obstacles, how do you score points, safety rules, general game rules, specific game rules, uh, how the tournament is run, which you should remember from last year, and then the robot rules. So these are all things that I want you to find out for me. Okay, moving on. Competition strategy, your playbook. This is a plan to win matches. I want it to obey all rules, to be easy to understand, and it should help your team score the maximum number of points. So as you're going about this, you never want to wing it. You want to have a clear idea of what you're going to do during the match. So in your strategy, some things that you need. First off, I want you to have a list of actions for your robot to perform. So, for instance, as soon as the game starts, you may say we want a robot to go forward and collect game piece, whatever. Um, or it could be simple as the very first thing we want to do is we want to run up and grab as many game objects as we can and bring it back. But I want to see a list of actions for your robot. The second thing your strategy needs will be questions. So some important questions might be, how would we play against a faster robot? How would we play with a faster robot? So, um, you get to have a robot on your alliance. If your partner robot is faster than you, how do you adjust your strategy so that you assist them or find a way for them to assist you? Um, Another important question: how do we play if we're losing by a lot early on? And there are several more questions that you and your team need to think of as you develop your competition strategy. Another important thing to your competition strategy is scouting. Uh, After the preliminaries, you get to choose your alliance, and you want to know, who do you want to work with? So if you make it into the top 8 teams and you get to choose, okay, well, which teams are you going to choose and why? So to help you out, let's talk about some things you need to look for. So as you're scouting, you need to look for some certain things in other teams' robots. First off, their robot's functionality. How well does the robot move? Can it pick up different sized objects? How does it score points? Next thing to look for is their robot's behavior. So, for instance, how many points do they score per match? And that's actually kind of easy to get, to be honest, because all of this stuff is recorded by computers, and you can actually get an app on your phone. So you just have to know that robot's number, their team number, and you can find out pretty much how they performed all season long. So that one's actually pretty cool. How do they start or end a match? What is their general strategy? You probably won't know all the specifics, but you can get a good idea of what their general game strategy is. And finally, when do they like to score points? All right, your team needs to make scouting sheets. Um, and this is something that you can give to me and I can print off for your team. Nothing fancy, nothing too extensive, but you do need to have some form of something that you can write down notes about the other team. All right, next thing I want to talk about is the team roles. Uh, you're working on a team, so what roles are there and how do you fit into your team? So the first one is the driver. This is the person responsible for operating the robot. So it's pretty simple there. The next person is the lead strategist. This is kind of your person in charge. So the lead strategist will decide the strategy. This is the person who guides the driver during the matches. So the lead strategist is going to be standing beside the driver, helping them out during the match. And then this person is also someone who's going to take input from the scouts. The next area is the pit crew. These are going to be the people who make fixes or make improvements between matches. Pretty much everyone is going to be a member of the pit crew. Scouts, lead strategist, driver, everyone is going to be in the pit crew, and that's okay. The pit crew also observes the robot's performance during matches. So during a match, you're allowed to have 3 people on your team at the ring. So one person's the driver, one person is the lead strategist, and one person's from the pit crew. The driver and the lead strategist are fixated on the match. The pit crew person is fixated on the robot, making seeing if there's anything that's going wrong with it. And then also in the pit crew, they modify the computer program if it's needed. All right, the scouts, again, everyone's on the pit crew. Everyone is on in the scouts, and these are the people who are going to gather detailed information from the other team. The scouts then work with the lead strategist to make changes to the competition strategy. All right, that concludes video 1.